Good morning, Year 5. I hope everyone is well. I'm looking forward to getting into some learning this week. Just before we start this PowerPoint, I just wanted to talk about how the week is going to go in terms of your learning. So over the course of the week, we're recapping lots of the basics so that when you come back to school on Monday the 8th, you're feeling confident about the terminology and the different words that we use, and with your spelling and other learning as well in terms of your maths as well. So lots of recapping this week. In your spelling as well, there's lots of recapping there. There isn't a video for your spelling, but as I say, each of the lessons you should understand because this is something that you've done before. Okay, diving into today, Monday the 1st of March. Oh, I've clearly written the year wrong there, not sure what I've written there, sorry. It is the 1st of March and our learning objective today is to name the correct word class. What word classes can you remember? For example, I've said a type of word class could be nouns. Can you just write down on a bit of paper or a whiteboard and pen if you're in school or if you have one at home, write down any other different word classes that you have. As you're writing and thinking, I'll give you some clues. So what is the word class for describing words? Action words. How we describe action words, what often goes in front of a noun, what is the word class for words that replace proper nouns, a slate and a slate and a slate. What else could I say? What word class tells me the position? Here are some of the ones that hopefully you have written down. So the first one we've got is a noun. A noun is a naming word for things like animals, people, places, and feelings. Verb, a word used to describe an action, occurrence, or state. An adjective, a word which describes a noun. Then also we've got the to be verbs. People often forget these ones. A word used to link a noun and a description. It comes in many forms according to its tense. Okay, for example, was, is. Here we have some more. We've got adverb, a word which describes when, where, or how an action is being carried out. Preposition, a linking word in a sentence used to show where things are in time or space. I always think this one's a good one to remember, that you can see the word position there within that word. So it's a key clue to the meaning of that word. And last one here, we've got determiner, a word that introduces a noun and identifies it in detail. So it determines the noun. So when we're writing, each word we use has a different function. For example, we've got a sentence here, and every word can be put into its own word class. So we've got yesterday, a lovely lady was helping the poorly swans by the river. So first one we've got is yesterday, which is our adverbial telling us when something happened. A lovely lady. So here we've got the a is the determiner. Lovely, it's in front of a noun, so it's my adjective. Lady is the noun, something that I can see. Was is that to be verb. Helping is the verb. The, again, in front of the adjective and the noun. Determiner. Poorly, adjective. Swans, noun. By, preposition. The, determiner. River, noun. Every single word that you write can be put into its own word class. So just going into a little bit further detail with each of the word classes, there are different types of nouns. So we've got nouns and naming words for things, animals, people, places, and feelings. So this first one, the apple there, is what we would call our common nouns. So things that you can see and pick up. That's the way that we remember them. The middle one here is Manchester. I know that that's a proper noun because we've got a capital letter there, the same as your first name and your surname. Also, lots of other things have capital letters that people forget about. So days of the week, months of the year, rivers, books, films, places around the world, they all have capital letters. This last one, it's got a special name. We haven't looked at this one yet, but it's called an abstract noun. So it's something that you can't see, and it's often linked to feelings. Verbs. So verbs are the words used to describe an action, occurrence, or state. So here we've got a past tense verb for the word run. We've had to change it to ran. Screams in the present tense and mixed in the past then. Here we've got some adjectives which go describe the noun, and they're often found in front of the noun. So we've got soft, lovely, and brave. Adverbs. Adverbs are words which describe when, where, or how an action is being carried out. So often we think of adverbs as always ending in ly, but as you can see here, we have regularly ending in ly, dangerously ending in ly, but this word often here at the end. Now the way to spot that word is to find the verb first of all, and then see how it is being described, how often something is happening. Okay. Just looking at some of the spellings here, we haven't had to change any of these root words here. Regular, just added ly. Dangerous, just added ly. Determiners. Determiners are words that introduce a noun and identify it in detail. So we've got an, 60, given a number, and my. If we go back to the orange here, an orange, I wonder if you can remember why I have to use the determiner an before the word orange, before a. I wonder who can remember. Have a little think. So when we are using the determiner an, it is only used in front of a, e, I, sorry for my terrible handwriting with the pen, o, and u. So the 5 vowels. The English language often has words that don't fit that rule. For example, if you had the word hour, as in an hour of the day, an hour, it would be an and not a. Okay. Then we've got 60, given a number, and then my. Prepositions. Prepositions are linking words in a sentence used to show where things are in time or space. So we've got beside, upon, and towards. So forms of the verb to be. So when I ask people for the verb in sentences like this, they often struggle to find the verb. But for example, if it's not drawing, skipping, those verbs that are easy to spot. The verb to be is an irregular verb and comes in many forms. They often link a noun and a description. For example, I am happy. The cats are ginger. And here we've got some examples of the verb highlighted in blue here. So we've got the flowers were yellow, the cat was fluffy, and the sky is blue. So we've got the noun, the flower here, were, the verb, and then the description. The same in the following sentence. Remember, the is coming before the noun and it is determining that noun. Okay, these next few slides, you need a piece of paper and a pen, or a whiteboard and a pen in school. And out of the 7 options there, you need to write down, first of all, write down the word banana, and then right next to it the word class in which that it would go. Okay, so first one is banana. What word class do you think that is? I'll give you 5 seconds. Okay, that one is a noun. Hopefully you've got that written down. Next one. Am. Now I'm going to put this one in a sentence. I am happy. Short sentence, but it's still a sentence. I am happy. Think about it. Which one is that? 5 seconds. That is the verb to be. Next one. Our. So if you're thinking, oh, I'm not quite sure which one this is, work through the ones that you know. So I know it's not a noun. I know it's not a verb, an adjective. It's not describing an adverb. It's not telling me the position of something. What could it go in front of? 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Our is a determiner. Next one, collapses. So write the word down on your piece of paper. And then look at the word classes. Which one do you think it is? This one is a verb. Next word, we've got the word joyously. If you write that word down on your piece of paper. And then look, we've got a little bit of a clue there. It's ending in ly. What clue does that give us? I could try and put the word in a sentence. That might help me. I joyously devoured my birthday cake. And it is a verb. Next word, were. We were going on holiday is the verb to be. Bright. So write the word bright down on your piece of paper. And then think about the different word class that it could be. Which ones is it definitely not? And try to start to use that process of elimination until you go, that's it, that's the one. So I think it could go in front of a noun, this word. It's a bit of description. It is an adjective. Next one, upon. I'll give you this word in a sentence just as you're writing it down. I place my books upon the table. It is a preposition. Okay, I'm just going to flick through some of these now, and you don't need to write them. I'm just going to tell you what that word class is. So we've got was is our to be verb. Teacher, it's determined. Is our to be verb, present tense. Soon is an adverb. Admire. Sorry, there's a bit of overlap on the recording there. I just changed some of the wording on this task here. So green group, every group, has to sort the words into the correct word class first of all, and then if you're in green group, you're going to write 5 sentences using some of the words on here. In each sentence must include a conjunction. Red group, same again, sort all of the words, and each sentence must include a conjunction and start differently each time. So I don't just want to see I or he or they pronoun starters. I want to see different ways that you could open up your sentences. Purple group, each sentence must include a conjunction, a subordinate or relative clause. I'm going to give you some reminders of those on the next slide. Okay, green group, here is a poster of some conjunctions that you could use to extend your sentences. Okay, other groups as well, you can use these for ideas for your sentences too. Red group, here are some different sentences openers so that you're not just starting your sentences in the same way. So we've got time openers, order, where something's happening, information and comparisons. Okay, so use those different sentence openers to help you form your sentences. So Pebble Group, I've given you 2 resources here to help you write your sentences. The first one here on the left is the subordinating conjunctions word map, which we have on display in school. You see every day, and we've used it lots. Now remember, if you start your sentence with one of these subordinating conjunctions, for example here I've started it with because, you must have a comma before the main clause. So because the magnificent book was so enthralling, I couldn't put it down. Okay, so you've got to have that comma there. So subordinating conjunction, subordinating clause, comma, ready before the main clause. Okay, and I've also given you a resource to help you with your relative clauses. So remember, all relative clauses need to start with a relative pronoun. So here we've got an example sentence at the top here. In December, which is 31 days, there are many celebrations throughout and time with family. So really use those to help you write your sentences today. I'm really looking forward to the work handed in and looking forward to reading those sentences. Thank you, boys and girls. Goodbye.